Hey guys, it's me again. It's HorrorFan34. I know you guys are probably wondering where I've been. It's been a week since I did a video, and I'm sorry for the delays. What happened was after I did my last series of videos where I did that huge haul, I had so many videos planned on doing after that. Then what ended up happening was I was sick for almost a week. I came down with a terrible fever, sore throat, sore neck, weak muscles. I felt so weak, chills. I felt really hot, and all that. I guess you would say side effects of a fever. My temperature was really high. I had trouble swallowing. Stuffy nose. I had trouble sleeping. I couldn't sleep right. Then I had to go to the ER and had to get rid of the sore throat and all that stuff. So it was a mess. I was really bedridden. I didn't really feel like doing anything. So that's why there has been a delay. But I'm much better now. I just recovered not too long ago. So I figured I'd come back with one of the videos that I planned on doing before I got sick. And that one was going to be a top 10 video. I have a series of these planned that I was planning on doing, and this is one of them that I'm going to be doing in this video. Was a top 10. And this top 10 is going to be on one of my personal favorite action heroes, Mr. Arnold. Arnold is one of my personal favorite action heroes. I've enjoyed a majority of his movies. And these are just my personal favorite top 10s of Arnold. Some of the ones that are not going to be on this list that I wanted to mention that I do enjoy. I enjoy Red Heat with him and Belushi, Kindergarten Cop and Twins. I even enjoy Jingle All the Way, and many others that I'm not remembering at the moment. But those are just some of the ones that I wanted to get out of the way in case I missed them. But I do enjoy a majority of Arnold's films, but these are just the top 10 that I chose as my top 10 favorites. So let's get on to the top 10. Here's the stack here. My number 10 choice I don't have on DVD, but I want to get it at some point. But I'm having trouble finding it on DVD, but I really want to get it for my Arnold collection. But my number 10 favorite Arnold film is Collateral Damage. Collateral Damage is a film that not many people talk about that much. It's basically Arnold gets revenge on people for something they did to him. I'm not going to get into the whole plot, but it's just Arnold, kicking a lot of butt, pretty much. Going after the bad guys. It's got a great supporting cast. It's directed by Andrew Davis, same guy that directed The Fugitive and many other films. Above the Law with Seagal. I think Andrew Davis is a really solid director, and I think he did a really solid job directing this film. So that's why Collateral Damage is my number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have The Last Action Hero. A film that gets hated on a lot. I really don't understand why. I think it's a really entertaining movie. Directed by John McTiernan, same guy that did Die Hard 1 and 3. And another Arnold film that I'm not going to mention yet. That's going to be later on this list. But I think Arnold did a great job. He was having a ball. I think he had great chemistry with the little kid, Austin O'Brien. You also have a great supporting cast. You have Charles Dance, F. Murray Abraham, Robert Prosky. I think John McTiernan did a great job directing this, and it's a very entertaining movie. I always enjoy The Last Action Hero. Coming in at number 8 would be another underrated Arnold film, Eraser. Eraser is a film that I also really enjoyed. Same guy that directed by Chuck Russell, same guy that did The Blob, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and I think he also had a part in Collateral too. But I think this is another really great, entertaining, underrated Arnold film. You have Vanessa Williams, James Caan is your bad guy. James Coburn is also in the film. I think great musical score by Alan Silvestri. It's directed really solidly by Chuck Russell. I've always enjoyed Eraser. I always found this one very underrated. Number 7, I think this is number 7. Yeah, number 7 is True Lies. Directed by James Cameron. One of my personal favorite James Cameron films, behind like Terminator 1 and 2 and all that stuff. I mean, True Lies, this is a very entertaining action film. Bill Paxton, of course, is in this. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. You have Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold, Tia Carrere, who was in Wayne's World. Edited by Mark Goldblatt. Produced by James Cameron, directed by James Cameron. Everybody knows about True Lies, so I'm not going to get into too much detail. But it's a classic Arnold film, in my opinion. Coming in at number 6 is another great Arnold film that has tons of action. Number 6 is Commando. I mean, Commando is just a very entertaining movie. A great musical score by James Horner. Directed by Mark L. Lester, same guy that did Armed and Dangerous with John Candy, did this film. You have, what's her name? Alyssa Milano as Arnold's daughter. Basically, these guys kidnap Arnold's daughter, and Arnold has to go save his daughter. And Arnold just goes out on all kinds of action. And it's a very entertaining movie. I don't think I need to say more about Commando. Commando is just one of those films that's just filled with action. It's one of my personal favorite films from the 80s. I really do enjoy this movie. Number 5 is another great Arnold film. It's a classic. That is Total Recall. Total Recall, I mean, you know, do I really need to say more about this movie that hasn't been said before? Directed by Paul Verhoeven, same guy that did RoboCop and Hollow Man did this movie. And this is a fantastic special edition. Commentary with Arnold and the director, making a documentary, many other features on here, TV spots. Great supporting cast too, Sharon Stone, Michael Ironside. I mean, I don't think I need to talk about Total Recall that hasn't been said before. It's a classic Arnold film. One of his most popular films too. Coming in at number 4 is, once again, this is the another John McTiernan film, just like Last Action Hero, and this is my 4th favorite Arnold film, and that, of course, is Predator. Predator is just, you know, one of the, you know, get to the chopper, you know. I love this movie a lot. I mean, Predator, it's a good blend of like horror and action. It was really cool to see Arnold in this kind of setting, more of like an action movie, but kind of like a horror element because it's like a predator. It's kind of like how Arnold, you know, it's kind of like with Stallone with Cobra. Like, that was kind of like a horror action. Or even like IC was like a horror film in a way. And I think Arnold did a great job in this. You have also a great supporting cast. You have Kevin Peter Hall, Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, the Bigfoot himself is the Predator. You know, I don't think I need to say more about Predator. I mean, Predator is just a great Arnold film, and was a really big success for Arnold. Coming in at number 3 is another film that came out the same year as Predator, and this film gets hated on a lot, and I don't know why. I thought this film should have been a bigger hit. It's one of my personal favorites, and that's why it's number 3. My number 3 is The Running Man. The Running Man is one of those films that is just so entertaining. You know, it's just a highly entertaining movie. You have a great supporting cast, Maria Conchita Alonso, Yaphet Kotto, and of course the late great Richard Dawson as Killian. You know, Richard Dawson, I greatly miss Richard Dawson from The Family Feud. I mean, Richard Dawson was perfect for this role because he's a game show host and he's an evil game show host, and it makes a lot of sense because Richard Dawson was a game show host himself on The Feud all those years. It's directed by Paul Michael Glaser from the Starsky and Hutch TV show. And I know this is one of those films where Andrew Davis was supposed to do this film. They mentioned that on the commentary, how Andrew Davis was one of the directors approached to do this movie. And I think Arnold wanted Andrew Davis because Arnold was a big fan of Code of Silence with Chuck Norris. But of course, they got Paul Michael Glaser, and he did a fine job. And The Running Man, you know, highly entertaining movie. I'm not going into a whole lot of detail about these because a lot of these films everybody knows about. Coming in at number 2 is one I couldn't really choose which one I love the most. I just put it as one, Terminator 1 and 2. I can't really decide which one I like best. I enjoy both of them equally very much. And, you know, what do I need to say about Terminator 1 and 2? Terminator 2 is in my closet, but this was the one that was easier to grab out of the closet, so I just picked this up for both Terminator 1 and 2. But I'm putting them both as number 2 because I love both of them so much. I can't decide which one I like the best. And now we get on to my number 1. Let's recap real quick before we get to that. Number 10, Collateral Damage. 9, The Last Action Hero. 8, Eraser. 7, True Lies. 6, Commando. 5, Total Recall. 4, Predator. 3, The Running Man. And number 2, Terminator 1 and 2. And you'll be very shocked to know what my number 1 favorite Arnold film is. It's a film that I remember just falling in love with so much. Sorry, I'm getting over a little bit of a cough still from when I'm sick, but this is my favorite Arnold film. I fell in love with this film. It's a great blend of horror and action. And it's directed by one of my personal favorite directors, Peter Hyams. My number 1 favorite Arnold film is End of Days. I don't know what it is about End of Days. I love this film so much. It's a great blend of horror and action. Gabriel Byrne does a great job playing the devil. You have Robin Tunney as the female lead. You have Kevin Pollak, Rod Steiger. And it's directed by Peter Hyams, who's one of my personal favorite directors. Same guy that directed Time Cop, Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme. 2010, the year we made contact. Stay Tuned with John Ritter. The Presidio. I mean, The Relic. I mean, Peter Hyams has done a lot of great films that I've enjoyed. Narrow Margin with Gene Hackman, that's another good one. Running Scared with Billy Crystal. And this is a great one. Arnold's probably one of the most underrated performances of Arnold's career. I really do enjoy his performance. And the blend of horror and action, and all the action that goes on in this movie is just so great. I love End of Days a lot. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite Arnold films. So I hope you guys enjoyed this top 10 list, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.